we're back, and there's something new here. On the title screen, view hidden papers? What is this? Where did this come from? What does it do? Oh, it's bringing up a whole lot of PDFs. Huh. What is this stuff here? Huh. It is a whole lot of handwritten notes and such, and a typed, formatted version that no doubt conceals secrets regarding this game. And I will have to read at some point. Further reading. There's a README in the folder, and it says, further reading, excerpts from the Wakefield papers. Given that I don't know what the Wakefield papers are, it doesn't really apply a lot of insight there. These exfields from the Wakefield papers provide context and background about Hush House and its visitors. Everything is compiled in plain fonts in the compiled PDF. All papers date from before your arrival at Hush House contain foreshadowing rather than spoilers. Read them before, after, during your game. That's kind of weird. I will look into this absolutely later, because right now I have a day to finish, and then a day on the other side. There are always more days. Always. Alright, so anyway, as I recall, before I was yanked away, we were looking at a new room. That's theology for you. I remember that. And we have a bench that is aligned with horomachistry, which is very interesting. Can I put my Fet here? It's Moth, and this is Moth. I can. So where is the horomachistry Fet confabulator, which I have around here somewhere? Which one is aligned with Fet? Where are you? There's Trist. I still don't have a single bird song or Bosk. What is it? Was I mistaking Trist for Fet? I don't think so. I clearly remember this. Great signs. And it doesn't go. Oh, no. I definitely think another playthrough is warranted. Icar Aurorial? Nice. A whole bunch of books to read. What a really big lantern candle. Which maybe I can give to the pastor sometime. Anyway, I must not forget we have a guest here. And I have forgotten, not mustn't forget, have forgotten what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So my poet has gotten up to Winter 10. Wasn't that our goal? It was just a simple matter of getting Winter 10 and opening up a simple room, right? I don't know if I'm going to get to Winter 15. That seems pretty likely. No, I was going here into the next room of the courtyard. The blackened yard. A ferocious heat has scorched, even melted the stones. But as the bridge, it's only here and there. Horribly here and there mostly seem to be where people happen to be standing. Cracked, charred bones scatter the yard. This is where we send a poet, right? This is a perfect thing for a poet. Do I sense King Crimson somewhere around? I think I do. Luckily I speak deep Mandaic. Anyway, Mr. Fraser Strathcoin. He understands Rathson, and I've learned Rathson from him, right? Where'd it go? Am I using it? Probably. So we're here. What would you like to talk about? Fraser Strathcoin. Matter of counterfeit memory. Affair of the second skin. You have no doubt heard the rumors about me. No doubt. You will understand that I am sympathetic to any who undertake a pilgrimage of flesh. Alright, so he wants a big scale book. Lab heights are rare. Fallen lab heights, rarer still. If Apicasius continues to change, what will he become? So he needs a big scale book and one he can read. Which means I should probably... You can't read that. I mean, everyone can read this. I can read this. Alright, there you go. History is hybrid, eternity pure. I wish I could protect Abacassus. I would have liked to speak with him. You can read this, yes? I hope so. I've blown so many visitors, and I'm growing ever so poor. And over here... Oh, cataloged a book. We found a very easy nectar book. Which makes me happy. Oh, I can't believe I found another... it doesn't fit. My thing doesn't fit. How do I understand Aramaic? You know, just... doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Well, I mean, I washed up on the beach. Hear the heart unceasing, a memory of storm. Oh, I need to do something with this, don't I? What do I need to do with this? I had a plan at one point. I was going to level something up. What was that? This is on the board. This is on the board. This is on the board. You're on the board. All you are on the board. You're not. What sort of sort is this? I know I had a purpose to get this memory, but I cannot tell what it was. But I do know that old music is still playing. I don't have the other Newman though. I should probably go get that, eh? So this contains the great counterfeit, the duck. The Newman of the duck. I can just read you here, right? No. I can just read you here, right? This language, Mandaic, yes? Okay, go. Gotta get those up. Those are very important. Meanwhile, I don't have any... Why did I get this memory of the storm? I have no idea, but I've lost the plot. 10 winter. I can definitely do this. And I don't think I have any appropriate skill to categorize anything else. So, this is end of day for us, eh? Good enough. Tomorrow, we do a lot of reading. Right now, what has gone on here? Did our poet did a good job? He gave me a bronze. That's nice. I have a lot of reading to do. All of these can just be cracked off. Very much pleased with that. Here. Jail yard. Jail was nicknamed the Gurubit. for the alchemist's blast at the skills and refines. Prisoners would become better versions of themselves, realigned to responsibility. Hence, though it would have been much safer to confine the more potent inmates to their sealed cells, Governor Collars insisted that they should be allowed fresh air and exercise. And you know, a gallows. Oh no, exercise yard. Istashary. But I don't think I have anything that can use that, right? The only thing that I can level up is Fet and Arab. Arab is Bosk and Fet is Horomachistry, but I can't use any of the Horomachistry together. Alright, so we're up at 11s. I think we're done for the day, right? Weirdly soon. It was just stolen from me over there. Can't remember. It was probably this Newman, right? Wait, where'd the other Newman go? Am I only allowed to have one Newman out at once? That would be strange. Not exactly unexpected, just strange. Huh, have I ever seen two out at once? We'll experiment once the sun rises. Things are coming along. Alright. Everything's a little weird right now. Just a little weird. Alright, so minor Arab. Wave around some money. Go! Then we go back here. And we're gonna see if we can get the other Newman up and have them both in our inventory at the same time. Newman. So this is gonna be bring up Ramson. My other singular Arab, right? Is this going to collapse the other one? It's good to know. Anyway, what else we're doing? We just snap off a couple of these, right? Like this can just be red. Don't I have a new desk for... yeah, right here. This is my new Nectar desk. When reading Nectar, we use our only Nectar skill, right? And I guess it requires we lose our health. Alright, just snap it off. Good. The other thing we're doing is this just gets red as well. Which one of you are sky-oriented? This one. So we just read that. We drag in this. Have a skill for sky, right? Probably this is my best. And just a little bit of sky. Just Faust. Alright, off you go. This one is going to require a little bit of preparation. That one can just be red, right? Pretty sure. But I just used the primary desk for that. So we go over here. What do we have as far as scale goes? That's the paths and pilgrimages, right? That's our big scale. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any other scale, right? It's just our health. However, I do have a scale tool. Oh, we have to get scale 8. And I don't have any skill to add? I don't want to use the earthquake name. Because of, you know. Alright, so we need to get a scale memory. We can do that. Down here. What can we put here? Whist. There you go. And it'll get a scale memory. definitely want to get a winter thing, right? Over here, we're reading this, and this is going to give... I should look at where it came from. None of them have winter associated with them. So, we just read this book. We have to go to another desk. Given that it's a winter book, we will come here. No, I don't want any of that to happen. Just yes. Alright, so it is a reading day. I really should see who's showing up before I go through all this work. But I haven't done anything committal yet. Newman, yeah, only one Newman can be on the board. Alright, interesting. We'll look at you in a second. Good to know. Alright, we just got a whole bunch of stuff. Now I have to decide on a path forward today. Our Newman is battle music, sky. We can nuke his sky or any of that. Sky or rose. Straight to the stars. So sky or rose? No. Can I get him to 14 nectar? I could use nectar, honestly. Is the other one nectar oriented? Lantern, moon, and nectar. Yeah, we gotta get this up. Where's our other Arab? Sadly I've used my health already, right? Oh, that's terrible. I ought not have done that. Yeah, maybe it's best I don't do nectar right now, since I just kind of blew that option. So, sky or rose? Let this be a lesson. Always wait to see what you're gonna get. So there is no sky acquired. And yeah, I need nectar, and I have a good nectar guy here, but I have blown it by putting my health to work in an unfortunate way. I can always rest to get it back with restorative, right? I have that. Let's do it. Let's see if that can work out. If I can overcome my mistake. And this is in Ramsund. Okay. I should use this Newman for anything that comes up. Alright, so is my health exhausted? No, my health is in use. Alright, so we have books to read. So we're going to read the winter book over here with Chili Soul, Whist Plus. That's got to be Crossroads, right? Where's my best winter? Right there. I need now the memory I got, not fear, bittersweet certainty. There, read that book. Now I have the scale book to read. It's questionable what desk to use, right? Maybe that's still going. Yeah, it's very questionable what desk to use. Do I have a scale desk left? Well, I don't have any scale still to add, which is a bit of a problem when you really analyze it. I need to find 5 scale to add. That's paths and pilgrims, right? Only I cannot add it here. So I can make this work if I can find where's paths and pilgrims at. Rose or scale desk? So that's up here then. There's definitely like levels, and I can't put this here because this is knife edge and scale. So I have to wait until a scale desk is available to do this. Which I suppose is fine. You don't have to do it right away. Anyway, we are going to nuke his nectar to the stars. So, first we have to pay him. 5 seconds go by. Good. Collect this person, take this, and then cake time, right? Or do I have a 2 nectar tool somewhere? From this room, maybe? No. Alright. Give him cake time, I guess. Moving right along. Doing too much in the day, as per normal. Now I have to give it, it's gonna be 5 on top of this. Which is gonna give him 10. And then 2 for the skill, hopefully I'll refresh. And then 2 for some sort of nectar food. Here. Eat these pickled mushrooms. That should be enough, right? Alright, got some stuff. First off, we have read the Skybook. Against the Sisterhood of the Knot, the foulness of their depraved customs. Didn't I already read this? I feel like I read this book before. Hieronymus Pseudo-Hypnicomachus wrote this furious screed. Oh, this is a different one? Hieronymus claims the powers served by the Sisterhood of the Knot made an arrangement. The Thunderskin loved the Yew, and the Grail destroyed him, as restitution for the destruction of the Axe's loved ones. Hieronymus's writing becomes incoherent with rage at this point. Hieronymus recovers his composure eventually to describe how the Thunderskin... Yeah, I went to the Peacock door. I've read this before. Like, this exact book, right? Did I buy it? A different copy? It seems like an oversight that I would ever get 2 copies of the same book. Anywho, read that book. Fekri's Herbary. Herbary. An early wisdom of Eshan Fekri, at the point a traveling healer, much later the secretary salvant of the Curia of the Isle. As a Skaptodon, Urshan may consume only that which is found in the earth, so he's best with root lore. Is Skaptodon as a person? I always pictured a velociraptor-looking thing. Eshan identifies a pale seaweed found on the beaches of Cornwall as a useful source of rose and winter aspect. His tone here is a little guilty, perhaps because he's showing an interest in the sea produce, which might be thought unwise for a Skaptodon. Perhaps because his proposal to name it Eva's Locks suggests a tiny crush on the pale lady of Grandkrug. Aww, satisfaction is new. This works. And we gotta go all the way back here. This is satisfaction. That's new. Satisfaction is 2 grail, 1 heart. 2 grail, 1 heart satisfaction. Good. That will help us. Oh, it's another grail skill? Nectar skill? I didn't think these existed. Alright, good. Moving right along, eh? Alright. So, advance time a little bit. Here we have gotten that old music, which we will use to exalt our musician here. Excellent. That old music. This will put him up to... Wait a second. Wait a second. Isn't what we want. Did I... I apparently have done something dumb, and I have the wrong Newman out now. Yeah. Yeah. The wrong Newman's out. Deep Mandaic. Yeah. Okay, alright. With metal. Okay. So now we got a bit of awkward time. Yes. Now we have to go to our bed. Right here. We want to recover our health with this. Take a quick nap. Get our health back. Oh, it's gonna take a while. That's unfortunate. At least I did it now. Now I got a desk back. Not you, I guess. Are any of you scale desks? Yeah, you, but you're busy. I am not handling my resources terribly well. Very good. Herbs and infusions. This is Bosk and preservation. I've got worries that I'm a little too slow. Alright, right here. I've read The Barrow Child's Elegies. The Barrow Child, a Gaulish adept who won a place in the ranks of Ordo Limnae, enumerates the great shadows laid to rest in the tombs of power and discusses their various conditions. The Barrow Child identifies numerous modes that are neither true death nor true life: the vitrification of the heart, the corrupt light of the wood, chore stasis, the wandering of the fet. The Barrow Child warns particularly of avidity of tryst, where a remnant shadow's longing for change survives its sense of self, and even devours its whist. That longing may draw the curious into the tomb, where the remnant shadow changes so it cannot be distinguished from its visitor, or that the reverse becomes true, that it is never again possible to say whether it is the shadow of the visitor that exits the tomb. Okay. Rhyme and remembrances, obviously useful, and regret, already got. So this book goes on the not really interesting shelf over here. And over here, we get the duck. We feed the musician the duck, which will get him up to 12 nectar. Our goal is 14, right? 14. Alright. And now I will actually try to attempt to read this book before it is time to go to sleep, because I now can. Where is the... No, I need the Memory of Fear. Where is Path and Pilgrim? That's almost there. And I have a scale tool. The Hourglass. There. We will read it. We will read 4 books today. Unlock a room. That's good enough, right? I mean, I think that's pretty good. Tomorrow we will digest our lessons. Thus is the rhythm. Alright, health is back. And once again, the musician is boosted. That gives 14, which is all we need. That is max power, yeah? I really gotta bring in someone to do all those. I'm gonna do this room. I want to find the dead end. Alright, let's go. We will make it. Oh, I should probably be classifying right now. Alright, my dude. It is time for you to go. Whatever this is. 14 nectar? We have 14 nectar. There we go. Menacing phosphorescence. The pumps have drained enough water to splash through, but everything is spatched and splotched with sickly, alien, wondrous, mesmeric light. When I retreat, I find the same glow on my boots. Whatever I do, I should not do it hastily. Instead, we send a musician in, because musicians are famously able in this sort of situation. Alright, and we are going to read a bunch of books. I should look at applying some of these lessons. Since I have so many cards still out and so many influences up. So, let's see. Let's do what we usually do and just walk through all of them. Our goal is to put everything on the tree. Sacra Limine is not on the tree. So you need Moth and Sky. So we can boost it with this, but we just did something. So, right now we do nothing. We do absolutely nothing. We classify a book. Too much pressure on Discover. 10 Heart is entirely readable. I'll stick you on a shelf. Good. So Sacra Limine. I am, of course, horridly mispronouncing that. I only have 2 memories that are applicable here. Unfortunate. I want to consume these memories before they vanish. It'll save me a bit of time. Disciplines of the Scar are not here. And Disciplines of the Scar is Knife, Edge, and Lantern. I do not have anything for that. You are not on there. So Scale and Knock. Again, nothing. This is on there. This is also not on there. This is no Forge either. No, this is just kind of irritating. Also not on, but no Moth? Yeah. Ugh. I'm gonna have to just start getting new ones. You are on the... You are. Established that I don't have anything there. I have Heart. I do have Winter. Did I move by Winter anywhere? I don't have a lot of Winter. So we're way back on the... Now we have a Rose. Sky Stories. Memory of Intuition. Go. Some effort. Upgrade that skill. I still have a level 2 spot open, right? Do Bird Song. Is this Bird Song? It is not. That's fine. I think that's my last thing for the night. I should probably try to save something. Satisfaction. Everyone likes that. Meanwhile, down in the deeps. Just barely squeezing it out before daybreak. What do we have here? We have Crabby Boy. Deep light caves. When the gods from stone were swept away, the carapace cross who had served them were swept away too. The Seglas kind, the Wyrmfota kind, the Glaterfoge kind, all those wise and mighty ones are gone. into nowhere or hiding or us. Here in the fire-warmed waters, away from the justice of sunlight, their legacy quietly thrives. We have a thing. It's finally a Bosk upgrade area. It makes sense here in the primitive deep. Finally. But this can upgrade Arab, and Arab does not fit here. Doesn't fit. Doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Anyway, let's look for Bosk. Doesn't fit. There has to be just play in between knowing what you can upgrade and what you can't. Bosk, Apple Bright. And it doesn't fit. This is kind of humorous. Horns and Ivories, Bosk, does fit, and isn't aligned with anything. So when I put this on the tree, I have to make very sure that it's usable in the right way. Oh, how disappointing. I don't think I can do anything at all with this, right? Yeah. Oh, so ugly. I can't use that there. And I can't put this there. See, this doesn't work. We have to be getting close to Numa, right? Alright, good job. How disappointing. Nectar, Rose, Scale, and Moon. All of the new influences. And it's at work with the Bosk. Alright. We've read another book. Hunting Journals of Brian DeWolf. Brian DeWolf, son of the third Baron Brandkrug, gives advice of hunting in the bounds. It's clear from Brian's journals that he sought unorthodox trophies and put them to unorthodox uses. He was in fact hanged as a witch at the age of 24, never inherited the estate. Brian describes how a sky-inspired fife can be prepared using these fur and feathers techniques in the presence of greater sky aspect to make the winds good neighbors. It's a powerful technique to be described so casually. Brian's main interest seems to be ensuring good weather for his hunts. Alright, so that means this book is of no interest to me. We've got a ton of lessons to go through. Into the discard pile you go. So many books. There, clear it out. So, we have opened up a room of utter disappointment, and we have to find the pulsating darkness. Okay, so we need lots of scale or lots of moth. Old things. Very old things. Alright, so here we are at daybreak. And as per tradition, we do over here. Into there with the Arab, into there with the money. Find out what room we're opening this day. Again, we're going to stare at this. Does Fet go in there? Fet can go in there. But my Fet booster is Horal Macastry, right? It's around here somewhere. Oh, this isn't in order. Yeah, this is just a crafting bench. I hate it when they get out of order. And if I reorder it, I lose where I was. Right there. This, of course, does not apply. Ah, dear. So disappointing. Like, I feel like... I feel like it should be different, and it is not. Anyway, we are going to just wait and see what happens here. See who shows up. It's rainy, you have an auction. I've seen that book before, but I'm not going to buy it with my entire... I don't even have this Pantria to do it. Okay, who we got? A nun. Knockery, Moonery, Grailery. What's this? I got my satisfaction back. So, Our Lady the Nun cannot help with the darkness. Knockery, Moonery, and Grailery. She can definitely help with the deeps. So you are coming with me, and we have to go and get the proper Newman for her. So we're going to decide on a target. 14 moon. 15 moon. That's our goal. Let's head back to where our stuff is. Unfortunately, yeah, it's gotta be this. Alright, and this is, of course, Deep Mandaic. Really wish that would just at least have a little magnet button. It can only be one thing. Alright, so she's coming and she will need to be appropriately mooned. Which is fine. She's a nun. She's been mooned before. Moon is... Where's our most bestest moon? Really? The Trist Plus? That is difficult, eh? 6 moon. Alright, so now we must come up with plans. Because we have way too many lessons and we must digest them. So, as we are now sorted, we sort through again. Right here, Sacra Lione. This is where we have to be. We need a moth or a sky lesson. There's a sky lesson. So we need 3 moth or sky memories. 3 of them. So we can do the moth shelf, obviously, and get 1 moth right there. This is gonna keep going, isn't it? Some metal to read the moth. I need 2 sky. And if I recall, one of those could be... no, that's winter. This is sky. One of them can be this book, right? The Newman. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Newmans can't exist simultaneously. I suppose it can be a scale memory as well, right? Sacra Lione. No, I need a moth. Now, start you going. With a little whist. Now, after that, we need to find just a little more sky. I thought that was not too difficult. There we go. 2 heart, 2 sky. Over there is 2 sky, 2. Oh, they're the same thing. They might be. No, I have... Oh, that's... Raining doesn't count. Or there we go. This is what. I'm going to take you over and read you here. What's the Arab? Alright, there we go. That is plot number 1. Let's take a look again. Alignment, 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 alignment. Alright, we're gonna find birdsong. That's we looked at this. Where is the strings and songs? Which is rose and sky. And we have another sky right here. So we need one heart, and that's right there. So we're just doing this right now. And then you right there, and you right there. With, I guess we throw the Bosk in. And that will then go on the wheel. And will give us another card, which we probably cannot use. So after this, we'll figure out then what we're doing. Because we have still 3 more lessons to digest. Right, so you have to go onto the board now. This goes right there. And it will give me another chore. And it will align it with birdsong. There are no words in the Song of Birds, so birdsong has no beginning and will have no end. Nice. It doesn't really do anything for me right now, but this closes out the second wheel. Now for 3rd levels, I still need most everything, right? Keep leveling everything that can be leveled. Get here. We have to show the nun the globe to increase her moonery. Good. Now we have to decide what is next. Yeah? No, not quite. We have to wait for this next wave of stuff. Okay, good. There's our nun. We collect that. Collect that. Collect that. Collect that. Okay. The nun gets to hear about the duck. Get up to 12 moon. It's a lot of moon. And now I am putting up Sacralime with this memory, that memory, that memory. And then a little bit of effort, I guess, with the FET. Good. Alright, next step is figure out what I'm going to be doing next, yeah? So I have to get rid of, so check, 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 check. You are not sorted. Check, 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 check. When sorted, horns and ivories. And I have Grail, Moon, and Winter. There's none of that. Grail, Moon, Winter? Nope. 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 Grail, Moon, Winter? Nope. 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 But you're already on the board. Newer languages. Grail, Moon, Winter. Huh. Really? This is weird. I can put up sight and sensations. And that's the only thing left. So I need a winter memory. Alright. We'll go do that. And the other ones, I don't know what I do with. Something big, I suppose. level forward. Ever forward. Okay. Saccharlime to level 4. We go and we look. You can be put somewhere now, yeah? You can go in Hushery. You can go into Horomactory. I go here, Horomactory with metal, or, what? No, wrong one. Horomactory with metal, or Hushery with Tryst. So, we have to check. Horomactory with metal. This is Horomacistry. This can accept metal, so we do that, right? Horomacistry, but can I put this in there? Can I put you in there? Yeah, and I can put metal in here. So if I align this to metal, it will work. Alright. Beginning to be smart. Not going to say actually smart. I'm going to say beginning to be smart. Now tomorrow, when I have both my metals up, I can use that to smash them together. Alright, now we got to talk about getting this nun up 3 more moonery. This is our main problem. Oh, she can have an omen. Do I have one of those? I probably should have gone looking for one very early. Oh, that's unfortunate. First sign's an omen. However, it doesn't do anything I want. Tool she's gotten, memory she's gotten. She needs moon food or moon beverage. Alright, so let's see. Moon beverage. Just looking around, looking around. Up in the stores. So, pitcher of Isle water will get her to 15. Some moon food. Does it exist? Where did I leave the pantry? No, there is some moon food. Didn't I already feed her? Canned ham. Alright. Here, eat this ham. Eat this pig in a can. And then I can get a pitcher of moon water, right? I probably have something here over... Yeah, I did have this right here. The 2 moon drink, but I have Isle water over there, which is a 1 moon drink. Where'd you go? Right there. I will serve you appropriately. Alright, she is taken care of. Good. Meanwhile, we got this that's reading. Alright, we did not win the auction. That's okay, we didn't even bid it. So we have Bittersweet Certainty, which we were doing something with, I swear. We were leveling up sights and sensations with Bittersweet Certainty and this. And I guess this. Spiraling towards end of day. So we spent, what, 3 lessons? Yeah, 3 lessons. And we are almost ready to put our nun to work. Almost ready. Alright. And you can't go on the board yet. And it's time to start classifying things. It's that time of day. Here we go. The Fluttering Crypt. The darkness here beats with wings. Bats? The sound is more like birds. But there is a timpani quality that suggests more bones than feathers. One more step, and I sense the possibility of talons. Alright. Let's just round out the day with a little librarianism. Descent of the Shell. I might be able to read this. 14 Forge. That can be done. And read some more. Always be cataloging. Do I have any? No. Now we just wait. What do we have? An underground crypt. Columbric Crypt. Saint Columba, with 12 companions, brought the word of the unconquered sun to Scotland, where he founded a monastery on the blessed Isle of Iona. There he died, and there his bones remained until the Northmen came. But in Cornwall they speak of his 13th companion, a hybrid beauty called Rowena, who is perhaps his tutor, perhaps his seducer, perhaps his daughter. At his death, the monks sought to stone her for her impurities. She bore Columba's bones away so the monks would not have them, substituting, out of tact or mischief, the bones of a horse. She brought the bones to a hidden isle, where she made a double foundation of nuns and monks, became its first abbess. But she would admit none to her order who was a virgin, nor innocent of any crime. Since then, the isle has been a refuge to all the world might be considered impure. There is subtext here about the entire island of Britain, that no one can be there if they are virgin or innocent of crime. You know, some say people get snobby about Australia's origin story. But now we look at this and we look at the English and we have a whole new way of seeing things. An entire culture built on projection. Anywho, what do we have here? We got a box. A hushery box. Sarcophagus, the eater of flesh. No bones remain, but the marble is chilly with power. Is a hushery trainer. Do I not have something to do with hushery that needs to be done? I remember looking. No, you were taken care of. This, the whist. And it doesn't go. I have surely messed up my tree really bad. Like, you shouldn't blend new powers with old skills, essentially. With old parts of the heart. Like, the health is nectar and scale and should be with Bosk. I don't know. But anyway, we have opened the door and we have found disappointment, as we so often do. And that's not so bad. That is so bad. That said, we can get through it. We have a mid-size Grail book, which we will see to eventually, correct? Correct. So, successful day? I think so. Not exactly happy with everything I found. No birdsong altars anywhere. Like, do they even exist? I'll catalog one more book. I got time. There you go. Yeah, dusk hadn't even fallen yet. Alright, so what I got? Decent moon book. I will no doubt be able to get through that. Oh, especially since I have the Newman. I should pick a Newman. No, I shouldn't. I should do nothing. And that's it for today. Black Book of Brittany. Alright, so And before I forget, right? Horomachistry up here. Metal and metal. And then Sacraliame. Prove my metal. Do it. That will leave us a little metalless for this day. That's fine. We can always find our metal later. Alright. And good. Okay, so I guess the theme of the day is just gonna be wait and see who shows up. And make our plan based on that, right? That seems... We're gonna get rid of these. Alright, who shows up? Consulting engineer. Forge lantern in sky. I'm actually unsure if I need any of that. No. 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 Forge is too modern. I need scale. So no progress in the underground today. So there's where I can put the forge. It's the only thing I can do. Alright. That's fine. So it'll be an easy day for him. There you go. And so... I should go get a forge memory. But I don't have a... Newman for that. Alright, so just go get a forge memory. It's a completely normal forge memory. Right there. We'll get him working. Shouldn't be hard. So now we have to make a plan for getting rid of these. And as I have done many times before, sort and search. It's like nothing useful, nothing useful. Right there. No. Right there. That does not, that's not useful at all. Grail, winter, and moon. I don't have any of that. Are these useless lessons? Are there such things? Grail, winter, and moon. Yeah, I have nothing. I guess I level up this again, sights and sensations. So I need a sky memory and a winter memory. I have no idea what to do with desires and dissolutions. Except maybe level this up. So, winter memory over here, please. And a moon memory. No sky memory. No moon memory. No sky memory. Yeah, sky memory. I should try disinfecting some of the boxes. Just to, just to have done it. Some of the books, I mean. There you go. Good. And what needs to be done for this? Just 3 Grail and Moon memories? I mean, it can be done. Probably should be done. Probably is going to be done. Later today, though. Right, let's get going. Right, we have our friend. Here, listen to me speak of metal. Excellent. Tiki-taki, tiki-taki. Need to get him that special coffee, right? Yeah. Right there. No? Up here? This. No? This. Lantern coffee. It's lantern coffee too. This is all lantern coffee. Where's the special forge coffee? Well, we have a forge tool right here. Here, think about that. All of the things complete. Good. Memory, memory, memory. And over here, you get that. And then we take him over here. We feed him a cup of coffee. And you'll get the memory of hindsight. We boost up sights and sensations again with Vinter. And it wants bittersweet certainty and a confounding parable. And the lesser Faust. Off you go, a lesson put to good use. Tiki-taki, tiki-taki. Good. You can probably go on the tree somewhere, right? Let's see that in a minute. Alright, now we put this on the tree. Sights and sensations. No, that's not what I want. I wish there's a way to minimize without having to touch something. Sights and sensations. So now I have to like look out of the corner of my eye. Was she there? No. Hushery. Man, I wish I could zoom out here. Looks like there is nothing that can be done about this, which means it has to be leveled again. Sad. Alright. We can do this. I feel like we have a long way to go. Anyway, now it's time to get 3 Grail, 1 Moon. And we already have a Moon memory. So, 2 Grail. This with that. You read this with, I don't know, with that. There you go. And that will level up that, and our engineer friend is taken care of. So, see if we can find any more books around. Right there. I knew I'd missed some. Any more books around? No, I should probably remember that exists. I should probably put that on one of the shelves. Given that that's what the shelves do now. 2 Scale, 2 Sky, Savage Hymn. This duplicate goes elsewhere. Into the stores. And then 2 Scale, 2 Sky, Savage Hymn. Good. I'll make a librarian of me yet. Say those two are going to do that, and then with that we'll be able to level up that, and we will suddenly be out of lessons, meaning it's going to be reading day tomorrow. It probably should be reading day right now. I've got enough left. No, it's too late in the day. Ah, beautiful. So we're just going to classify. We have a really easy moth book right there. then we have our engineer who is now fully prepared to do his duty. Right there. The worm-eaten hall. This place bears the unmistakable traces of worms. The serpents, which are no serpents. They're almost certainly gone, but we'll take no chances. Worms are difficult to evict from buildings, but much harder to evict from people. Is that an engineer? I'm sure he has no traces of arrogance in him, allow him to be subverted by influences from nowhere. Okay. That's hedge funds, influence, and a book. Really easy knockbook. Not even examining that anymore. So you go there, you go there, you go there, and there, and there, and there. Right, up you go. Even more grail. We get to see what we found. We have found more books. The jail hall. Here the guards and prisoners would take their meals. Sometimes callers, too, would descend from his tower and discuss philosophy with the poisoners, ethics with the Antaeans, theology with the Lavites. Afterwards, he would generally burn his notes. The nocturnal period. What else do we have in here? Oh, serving cart. Coffee. Coffee is very important. Some books. Some water. Nothing really in the worm-gnawed kitchen. Alright, more grail. Proceeding towards our ends. Anyway, classify. And we'll snag a book from here to also classify. This was a good day's work. An absolutely stupid, simple winter book, which we will read right off the bat. We'll classify that. There. It's time to get many more lessons. Maybe I should be focusing on reading bigger books. And a very simple skybook. Maybe I should. I'm wasting my time with these simple books. But anyway, it was a lovely day. We've done well. We will do just as well tomorrow. Right there, right there. Who wants to work? And just read some of this stuff, especially since it's just skill-based, right? It's like I can read this with just my spare whist. And then just a little winter and just overwhelms it. And then over here, where's the really simple sky book? We're gonna read like 4 books today, aren't we? Just read it with a little bit of Foss and then any sky. Just tear through it. Without even thinking hard. And now we wait and see who shows up today. Sunny out. Beautiful. Amazing how the weather just doesn't matter anymore. Feels like I've progressed. Okay. What we got? Another engineer. I'm not sure if I have much use for you, my engineer friend. Yeah, I need Grail, and I need Winter, and Heart. Grail and Heart. I suppose I can use you to get down here. I mean, I should honestly not. Well, I have to get the Rector for a donation anyway. Could probably use Miss Killy here, though she is Grail. I don't know. How unfortunate. Why couldn't I get someone who is useful? I remember a time when I'd be so happy to see the engineer, but now it's just like, well, what do I do with you? I suppose here we are, right? Should probably save money and not hire him, or save money and hire the pastor instead. That's what I'm gonna do. Passing on this gentleman. Instead, here, hiring you with my shaft. Right there. Do appreciate the contribution. Alright. A whole bunch of money in return. And the Reverend is with me. Let me elevate you with Faust. And then I will elevate you with the 5 lantern Newman. And then that's it. He's through. Yeah, right there. Open you up. Put Keaton Mandaic there. And then we're just gonna read you, right? And in a minute and a half, we will have what we need. Good. So what else should I do? I guess it's just time to start reading. It's a reading day. So, moth. I need a little moth memory. Put you there. Let's read you with the minor chore. That's good. And I don't even need any knock. I should be able to just read this, right? Oh, unfortunately I used my shaft. Ugh. That is sloppy of me. Yeah. Alright, so I should go get a knock memory to be used with this and then just read it. Alright, fine. I made a mistake. You got me. And drag you over here. Alright, 4 books in 1 room. Good. And then some classification after that, I'm sure. Alright, he's here. And he's gonna have to wait a bit. Here we've read a book. Annals of St. Brandon's. Over 100 years of the Abbey's annals, from 1230 to 1350. 3 events of particular interest are recorded: an endowment by Eva de Bros, widow of the Marcher Lord Willem de Black William, which enables an expansion of the Abbey, the construction of the Winter Tower, which is dedicated to the Madrigad, and the death by poisoning and arts unsanctioned of Abbess Nana. After Abbess Nana's death, the double foundation is dissolved and the monastery is reformed to accept only male novices, probably still criminals. At this point the ink changes. The helpful scribe explains that for the new foundation the abbot has mandated Stargall, not Ugall ink. He outlines the differences. Use of inks of containment techniques with sky, not nectar, context, which doesn't trouble to explain why. Inks of containment, that's a new one. And regret, which is not useful. This book goes on the shelf. But inks of containment is new. I think I should probably just learn it. But meanwhile, over here, we've read another book. The Locksmith's Dream, Portions and Proportions, 2nd volume of Teresa Gallmer's exploration of the parallels in the mystic dreams of artisans. The frontispiece has been slashed with a razor. In this volume, Gallmer records fewer dreams and explicates more of her own favorite theories. We see this again and again. What is below can't escape what is above. The finest artisans all dream of the white door in the end. I'm no artisan, only a scholar. I think there's a secret that all of these artisans know, but I think that the secret is only half the story. Confounding Parable, which again is discard worthy. And right there we have Lockworks and Clockworks. I've seen you before, haven't I? Foiler. And that. Alright, good. Keep going. Try to remember what it was I was doing. Right, knock memory. That. So we have something for the Rector. The Great Counterfeit. We have something for this book, which is Moth. Oh, the only Moth deck I have is up here, right? One Moth goes there. What's my biggest Moth skill? Think so? Probably. And that's my Fet. And that's enough. Read it. And over here we're reading a knock book, which is right there, with this memory, with this soul, I guess. I have 2 of them, so let's not get too stingy. 4 books. Easy books, mind you, but still 4 books. And that's everything I need, so now it's time to be classifying things. Any more books around here? Books. Books, books, books. Books, books, books. Books, books, books. Ah, there's some books. Boop. Boop. Uncatalogued. Anything flashing? Nothing uncatalogued around. This may once again bring us to... Yeah, let's throw you out for a... Yeah, it does flash. This may once again bring us to present day. Now I have nothing more to catalog, which is good. Alright, done. Inks of Containment. Nice. And I want you to catalog that, please. Over here, the Rector is ready. For the blockaded stairs. Someone has filled these stairs with balks of timber and broken furniture. They filled the timber and furniture with signs to bring shadow and despair. Did they want to prevent an intruder from passing, or a resident from leaving? Either way, it would be difficult and careful work to open the stairs. Luckily, I have a very precise person. Big Grail book. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read that for a while. Put it in the backlog in the church, right? Should definitely try, though, I guess. I don't have a Grail Newman, though. Maybe on the right day. I do have 5 Grail here. I do have 4 Grail, so 9. Then a memory can give 11. I don't have a tool. Time of division. Probably can't do that quite yet. I feel like my soul has so much to grow, and I also feel like I've kind of blown that part of the game. Which is a shame. But we're going to keep going regardless. Boom. It's a staircase. Lepidoptery display Grail-centric. Lepidoptery display heart-centric. broom closet. The back stairs. Secret artery of the house. All those abbots and barons and all their crowds of retainers needed their chamber pots emptying and their boots cleaning. These are the stairs that the boots and the chamber pots went up and down. They were notoriously cramped and treacherous. It was a rare year some poor scullion didn't crack an ankle. It was the Suppression Bureau, at very long last, who remodeled the stairs and put in electric lights, and people say the Suppression Bureau never did Hush House any good. Well, I have to agree with that. We have our last book. This is interesting. Nix Abolix. A huge moon book. Alrighty. We will have to see what I can do about that. But anywho, I'm interested in examining this. Consider this. What's going on with this picture? I should be considering just more things about the house. Just in general. Alright, here we go. We've read it. Let's look at this first. What have I learned? A closer inspection. These are more like bees, but they seem to have adopted the wings and limbs of other insects, rather like hermit crabs. A type card reads Propinonamidae. No idea what that means. And we looked at something. So there's just tons of flavor text I'm just not getting because I'd have to examine everything, and I probably will, right? The Elations of Limenitus. Second volume of Abbot Jeffrey's Hypothetical Theological Debates in the Socratic Mode. If Janus was an hour, Limenitus might have been counted among his names, but Janus has never passed that threshold, and so Limenitus is not. Jeffrey discusses the signs upon the threshold, drawing comparisons between the duties of the guest and host, and the status accorded to the hours and other powers that dwell in, are permitted in, or forbidden access to the house of the sun. It was, of course, Jeffrey who later invited censure by giving sanctuary to Natan of Regensburg, in an age where the Jews were by royal order unwelcome anywhere in the kingdom. Have I read this before? I feel as if I might have. Anyway, that's a useless book, because it gives me something I already have. Rose of Hypatia. A volume of collected teachers in the Sisterhood of the Knot, that arcane contemplative order that existed in all histories, but in some was very powerful indeed. This was recorded by Hypatia, and dedicated to Saint Nympha. Saint Nympha is described as not born, but cultivated. The sentience that became the saint, Hypatia indicate, inhabited a sinner's corpse in order to enable that sinner's redemption. Not all dead. Excuse me. Let's begin again. Not all dead enter the manses by the winter door. Not all the dead enter the manses at all. I don't think I have that. Solace? I don't know if that's useful or not. 2 heart, 2 sky. 2 heart, 1 sky. Let's take a look, right? No, we'll add you here. 2 heart, 2 sky. Solace. Alright. Let me say it's 2 heart, 1 sky, solace, right? Where is it? Where is my... I think that might be the duplicate. Oh well, it'll go here. Right there. Good. So that's a good enough place for it to be. Meanwhile, this is a discard. Yeah, right there. So this was quite a day, wasn't it? I should probably consider something. See if I can learn, like, this. We'll consider this. This statue. It looks interesting enough, right? See if we can learn something. The sculpture is signed SB. Abduction Salvation by SB. It's got touch. I don't know what that means. Maybe that will have use sometime. Oh, I should definitely try to keep memory, if only to just save something, right? We'll keep sight. It's rather unusual. And anyway, we should probably be consuming this, because I don't have this. I guess that's probably the best way to play instead of upgrading, just going broad. Daybreak. So, a rather disappointing day, but we'll go for another one. And money. Hopefully someone useful will show up. Meanwhile, we're just gonna sit back and wait and see what kind of day we got. Sunny day, happy day. Alright, sight is here. We have weaving and not working. Valentine the Wolf. Well, I know where your grave is. It's a winter thing. Can I drag it around? I can. I should consider this. I should consider this right now. Let's see what this is. Should definitely think about this thing, right? Okay, what do we got? Brian Levinson, 9th librarian of the house. Do I have that information? Levinson, 9th. Levinson, 9th librarian. Okay, good. Often spoke of his sympathy for Valentine de Wolf. He commissioned this memorial stone in 1914. By the time it arrived, he had volunteered as a medical officer in the Great War. He never returned. He never saw his memorial, and it became his own. Craft is learned to the tips of the fingers. Very true. Right, who do we got? Surrealist painter, Grail. You are coming with me. We are going to do such amazing things. Now, unfortunately, Grail, Moth, and Moth. We are spiking your Moth as hard as we can, high as we can go, right? And we have Lantern, Moon, and Nectar. No, we don't have any Moth. Lantern, Moon, and Nectar. No, we can spike her Rose. Lantern, Moon, Nectar, Rose, Scale, and Sky. How high can we get your Moth? Alright, so she comes with 4. Then we add 3, so that's 7. And then our biggest Moth memory, I guess, is going to be over here. That's 9. And this will be 10. We're at 10 Moth. And we need her to drink and eat something. Paint. We can do this, right? Don't we have a big Moth drink somewhere that we're saving for this? Cuckoo honey? So this is good. So this is food, and it gets to 13. 13. 15. And we need a mothy drink. Enough. What can we do about this? I don't think anything down here. The moth shelf doesn't have anything. There's one drink moth. Doesn't look like it. Suppose I can give her paints, right? This is looking like it might be a little too far, huh? These are compounds. What is that? Right there. There. The big moth drink. I guess we're gonna do it, right? And I'm probably gonna regret this. But I wanna know what's down there. I only need 2 more, right? What is that? Leafy? Oh, it's a minor moth drink. Alright, so we do have several ways of getting her up there. Alright, so let's do it. First step, boost her with my tryst. Second step, go and get a moth memory. Next step, figure out what we're doing with the day, right? We've used our skill, so we have 3 memories to dispose of. So as is our, I'll order this first, as is our habit, we look through everything to find the edge. Right there. Sights and sensations isn't on the board yet. It is winter and sky, so right here we boost it with this, which means we need 2 winter, 1 sky memory. We can arrange that, right? This can go right here. Try to keep some list for finally using that. 2 winter, then right there, and then 1 sky, eh? Right there. We'll use our tryst. Alright, so that will level up that. And we should try one more, right? So that's the sights and sensations. It's on, it's on. It's on, it's on. So many of these are, right, disciplines of the scar, lantern, and edge. And we cannot use either of those. Edict's liminal. So we can use horns and ivories with Lessons of the Great Scar. So we need a knock and a scale in some combination. Both easy to obtain. So right there, we'll drag you here. We'll probably put some fet there. And we need 1 knock memory. Those are right here, yes. Drag you up here. I don't know if I've ever read quite so much all at once. Alright, So I think I need to let it all go forward right now. 5 memories, baking. Okay, good. This is moth, so you get to stare at these scissors. Good. Alright. 6 memories. Beautiful. Alright. And now we feed her that memory we prepared for her, which was moth, right? So there you go. She's getting up there. And now we have to do our work. We have to level up sights and sensations with this lesson of clockworks. And this memory, I think that was that memory. Do I have another knock memory here? I don't think this is what I was supposed to take. Moreover, I think I am not sure which is supposed to go where. Let's do the easy one first then. We are leveling up, not disciplines and hammers, this disciplines of the scar, no, horns and ivories. So we need knock and sky, and then I am distinctly unsure of this. Winter and sky. Winter, sky. Alright, we're doing it right. Well, specifically, I'm doing it right, and you're watching. And the lesson is right there, and the effort is just anything that fits. Do it. Good. Moving right along. Painter friend has made it, and now we have to get her up to 15 moth. I could just have her. We're in consumable land right now, right? So it's Lethe is probably what I have to do. Where is the Lethe? Yeah, it was kept right there. No. Yeah, that is what I want. Alright, bottoms up. And then we have to find 1 moth food. Or paints. Alright, good. Now, horns and ivories might go on the tree. God, I wish I could zoom, he says for the billionth time. I wish there was a way to do this, be able to see. It's not really how this works, huh? You just don't get to see. Right, there we go. When the moth goes a-hunting in the dark of the wood, he remembers a time when the wood was bright, but he uses his horns to find the way. We may follow him if he choose. After all, a trophy is nothing without a hunt. That's a lesson in the wood. I don't think this works either. Because we just align that with Bosk. But it's edge and moth. Yeah. Does Arab go here? It does not. See, it doesn't work. Can we go up a little bit? Right. There's another. No. Where's the other Bosk trainer? Here? No, it's Hushery. I'm sure I'll find it somewhere, right? Or maybe I won't. Yeah, maybe I won't. I thought I had another one. There's Go Wandering in the Sea Caves, and this is a boss trainer, but it doesn't work. Because Arab shouldn't be aligned with Bosk. Which means that the advice that the game gave me way back in the beginning was just straight sabotage. I suppose I have a certain respect for that, eh? But anyway, forward, right? Because now we have to level up. What are we doing? Sights and sensations. With this, and that, and that, and that. No? That? Yeah. And some whist. Good. Now we should have to look into, see if we can use the last lesson, which is weaving and knotwork, which we should just level up weaving and knotwork, right? So we need some heart. Oh, we need some moth. So one more memory to go. We can do this. And just read you. Get the last memory we need. We have so much Arab and no means of concentrating it. I wish I understood, but I don't. There, now she needs just a little bit more moth. I don't want her to overshoot too much. She needs to eat. She hasn't been fed. She needs to eat a little moth. Like, this is too much right here, this cuckoo honey. What about the little one right there? There we go, just normal honey. 15 moth. There we go. Now we're ready. She had to take a shot of Lethe, but she will do what we need her to do. So sights and sensations. Oh, excuse me. Can you go in the tree? Yes, you can. So right there. Just right there, right? Or hushery. Nyctodromy. Or line with whist. Winter. I mean, this has to work out, right? The end. Every artist knows their every work could be improved. The artist understands the perfect work can never be completed. Perfection exists only as an absence. Hushery understands this. An end. The artist knows their every work could be improved. The artist understands the perfect work exists nowhere. To go nowhere, to go below the world, is not an easy journey. But there an artist could achieve their utmost. Nyctodromy is the way to perfection. Nope. No, it's not. Strong disagree. More to the point, I think I can actually use that to upgrade things. Though I didn't check. I'm going to have to start taking copious notes, aren't I? Anyway. So we now have the memory we need to upgrade this last thing we're going to upgrade. With that and that. So 3 upgrades in a day. Many memories, and a huge unlock. I'm very curious to see what's in the pulsing darkness. If the Isle had a heart, we would hear its pulse. Alright, so that's everything for the day, right? Wonderful. Alright, and we've got our weaving leveled up a little more. And we need to pick an item to consider. I will look at check, the cockatoo, which I let go. I don't feel bad about it. Birds belong to be free. We'll see what the picture of the bird. Oh. Beneath the abbey of the Black Dove, I unearthed the final secret. Pull out down below the house. Valentine, who had an interest in the religions of the New World, named this bird for the Mayan god of rain and thunder. Nice. Anywho, the final secret. It's a wicker man, it looks like. Look at the cave drawings. Shrine to Saint Terento. The carapace cross, the hybrid race who in their many kinds were winged, legged, eyed, bright, dark-scaled, feathered chitinous. And us? The cross are gone. The cross were always history, but to their children, their enemies, they leave this hushed legacy. Oh, I don't like that sound at all. And unfortunately, it's oromachistery and nyctodromy. We had this. I don't need this thing. It's so very sad. Saint Terento of the deep door, who is 4 times winged, for the Scaimafrecta kind, the Gladerforge kind, the Tricha kind, and the kind within. Don't like that sound. Do not like the sound. The sound makes me very uncomfortable. Do not like sound. Alright, so this was a final secret of the depths. The thing is, it's not terribly useful, is it? It doesn't look terribly useful. Bug people of the past. Alright. It's got like a hand underneath it. Oh no, it's just a ring. Right, so we've done well. I will do one more day, and then I'm done. And I will pick up more another time. Alright, new day. So let's just do what we always do, right? Go to the tavern and see who's gonna come help me out. Next, we really must examine Saint Terento, eh? So let's see. We've got 2 Arab, 2 metal, and 2 fet. And metal can't go here. Fet can, though. Don't I have a skill that's fet attuned? Almost sure I do. No. Saint Terento will perform some service for us. Yeah. Enhance fet further. Don't I have more whist I'm letting on? Yeah. That might also go to Saint Terento. That's good. Alright, so where are we today? This appears to be a reading day. So we're going to wait, and we're going to see who shows up. Now we're going to go select some books. Do we have anything easy that we can just snap off? This is, yeah, more Braille. And then just, it's a gimme. Now all of these are a little challenging. What over here? These are in languages I don't understand. Yeah. This one can be easily read. Oh, you can just be read. You have a curse. How did you get out of the room? It's really missing some tricks here, with the rooms not changing, with things not moving around, the things in the rooms not having a huge bearing on what goes on in there. There's definite room for things to get better. There's a moon drink here. Sebazine? I should probably read that. This is probably the big thing I need to read today, because all of the Newmans are in foreign languages. So, let's just get ahead of the curve, right? We need moth. That doesn't come here or here. So we need to get just a moth memory. That's coming. This moon book can just be read, right? Pretty sure. Yeah. Moonery is right there, I suppose. Yeah, that's the best moon. Trist Plus? Oh, really? Well, I should wait and see if it shows up. This, probably just go get a heart memory, right? Probably gonna be used. Along with, you know, cake time. Right. That'll get us ahead of the game when it comes to reading. Let's wait and see who our visitor will be today. It's a Gale. That has some use, perhaps. Do we have a visitor today? Alright, so nearby fugitive. I'm sure there's something I can use with him. And it's time to make a plan. Mr. Fugitive is scale. Scale is necessary. We're going to try to get into this room, right? Scale, knife, and heart. Yeah. We're going to see if we can get down there in the sealed vault. Surely that's something good, right? Alright, let's go. What is the biggest scale memory I can offer him? This. We can definitely get in there. So this is ransomed. We will use Arab. We will read this again. Alright, excellent. So, A plot taken care of. Now I should read this book, right? This heart book. Not here. Here. Read this heart book here. With the again, Fusine. This book has tripped me up so many times. Right, never mind, throw that book away. We're just gonna read this moon book somewhere. Probably right there. With a moon memory, right? Do I even have one? No, I haven't gotten one. But anyway, with my Trist, just a good moon skill. I said a good moon skill. There we go. That'll take care of that book. And over here is a whole bunch of moth. I probably shouldn't have used that skill. No, that was just fine. We want to read moth. We come up here. We have influence, and this is Savazine. Savazine. So wish I could pull in from wherever. 5 moth. We're almost there. Just a little Trist. That's enough. Alright, good. Name day riddle. Interesting. But not that interesting. I probably could make my life easier by figuring out what all these do, but I haven't done that, so my life isn't that easy. Alright, so now we need a bit more Grail. Let's go get a Grail memory to read this. We're going to read 4 books today. That's a good day, right? Now we need to find another book to read. And look through all of these, right? 10 Forge. There we go. So The forge memory. That's lost. Excellent. 4-book day. That's going to be a good day. What's going on here? Visitor is coming. You are not quite ready. No, you're not ready at all. We're boosting your scale, right? Which is to say, put in my health, which is the only scaly thing I have. And we wait. We have a new person. Magister Hokobald. Hello. Alright. So the lab height thing has resolved itself. I wish I knew how it did this. Mandaic, Greek, Phrygian, Aramaic, Metallurgist, Gourmet, Corrupted Immortal, and supposedly a long ago king's Bivlo. So we just have to try to solve his problem. To the extent that problems can be solved, okay? Alright. So you need scale stuff, which means you need to look at this, think hard about what it means. And we keep going, right? Three memories. That. Next. Next. And that's for my fugitive friend. Alright, so now we need to read 2 more books. We go to the forge desk, and we prepare to read the forge book with forgery. One short, so sad except for the T-square. Saving the day. Over here, time to go to the Grail desk. Making sure we actually put it in the desk. Oh no, this is already occupied. Alright, that's fine. Alright, we can read down here just as well, eh? Put in. No, guess we can't read down here just as well. Do we have to wait for a desk to become unoccupied? Thankfully, no. Waiting might very well have killed me. Alright, that's our best. The best we can do is 3 Grail. A beguiling memory. We can't actually do this right away. We have to wait until another one's done for our main Grail skill to come off cooldown. Alright. Alright, so what else am I doing? Gotta read this book. So I have the memory. Fortunately, can't do it here, right? That is my big problem at the moment. I can do it here, yes? I have to wait. So very sad. Alright, so let's just go. Let time pass. Meanwhile, this guy has to learn about that old lost music. Puts him up to only 11 scale. That might be a problem, right? Because I need to get him to 14. So I need to find 3 more points of scale. What do we got? 3 more points of scale. He's been giving him memory. We've collaborated. He has a tool. So what we got? He needs something or drink something. He needs 3 scale. So scale stuff. 1 ham for scale. Cuckoo honey can do it. I have quite a bit of it, eh? Well, quite a bit of it might be overstating things. Online copy does one. You. Just one in the hen's egg. No, that's not food. You. Mackerel. 2 scale fish. And then 1 Dawn Lion coffee. That's over here, yeah? Yeah, we'll do it this way. There we go. That's almost done. Alright, so that's our plan there. Now we must remember, just wait for books to come in. So we have read The World Despoiled. Subtitles, The Flowers in the Waste, an epic poem that presents a medical treatise through allegory. The author is Gideon de Wolf, 5th Baron Brandkrug, sometimes unkindly called the Cutter. The poem is a substantial variation on the Fisher King tale. A wounded wasteland monarch learns that he and his land can be cured, but that the cure is their own response to an ever more savage maladies. Gideon concludes with a concrete example that the mysteries can be used to despoil mine-owned soaks, but then the soak can then be refined with sufficient heart to the sanguis saltatus. Interesting. Should probably pay attention to that, right? But we have Solace already. The Magaphine Mysteries. It's been a while since I've seen you. Anyway, before I do, wait, this book has to go into the discard area. Then we have to go up here, and we have to quickly read once more with this skill, and this soul, and this memory. And now we got it. We will read this book. 4 books in one day. Over here we have An Echo of Silence, a very heterodox history of the House of Lethe as recorded by the Serenity, a Lethean adept who declares that the House of Lethe was created explicitly to prevent the ascension of any more mortals to name or our status. Interesting. Eternity cannot be escaped, but in history it may be delayed. The Serenity explains, the gods who are flesh, by their nature, are a surrender to eternity. The roots of the house are said to pass into the Wood of Dreams through 3 forests in the bounds, identified as the Bay Alai, the Black Cedar Forest, and the Brechilent. While 1 tree of these may yet stand, 1 single tree, the histories continue. Sacrilime. Good. And Mystery Impulse. We've already seen this, right? It doesn't exactly make sense, but I understand it anyway. And that means this book, despite it being in a foreign language. Oh, more books. I didn't spend enough time in the prison. I mean, I think you all understand why I don't want to. We have more things to classify. The classification will continue. Okay, go. And going. This guy is getting the full treatment, I have to say. Finally, coffee before you actually get set to work. My fat has expanded. I do not like chittering. Would prefer that not happen. Alright, good. Here we have Lake Fusino recordings. We could probably, it's a phonograph record. We can probably take care of that, right? And we should continue. Very fetty. We can just nuke Rose onto anything now. Right, he's ready. He's been prepared. Down to the very bottom, the sealed vault. A heavy granite door sealed with white wax, a triple lock ornamented with ivory and black nephrite. Good luck, my friend. You have been buffed as much as I can buff. Well, not quite as much as I can buff you. You have been buffed very well, though. Okay, over here we have the Twin Serpent Tantra, which is a fairly easy knockbook for another day. So the last book will be organized. Right there we've got another book we've read, The Temptations of Architecture. The antiquarian and Nyctrodromist Ambrose Westcott writes of the dangers of doors, with particular reference to a house in the Bounds named Theowin. No doubt they have come to regret the ambitions of the winding stair. Even now in Theowin, a silver sea is unwisely visible from a rash window. Westcott explains that the Wheelocks, the charge holders of Theowin, who built Hush House, have had recourse to dramatic measures to prevent Oneric encroachment, removing the entire top floor of the building. Nevertheless, he writes, the business of the Moon Hall has begun to touch the other businesses of the house. Strange. Door and wall. Right there. Secret threshold. This is Knock and Rose, eh? Do I have that? Check my knock shelf. I don't. 2 knock, 1 rose. What is it? What did I just get? Secret threshold. Secret threshold. Good. And this book can go there. It's always good to find useful books. Oh, and this unfortunately produced Solace, I think. Impulse? I can't remember what it produced. I remember I'm not impressed. So, into the discard room. Well, now I really should try to consider something while I have so many memories. But I'm cataloging a book. There we go. So I'll be able to do that. This is a very, very easy Mandaic scale book. Did I just do something weird? Yeah, I haven't read this. So I guess this is the book that produced Secret Threshold? Yeah. Sorry. Got a little confused there. But anyway, so let's see what we got here. We've got so many lessons. And what do we level up? Anything new? Should actually just absorb that right now. Door and wall is taken care of. Sakamui is taken care of. Do I have more lessons? Magafeed Memories is taken care of. And I have another one coming. So, on the tree, 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 not on the tree. Any lantern or edge? No. That is such a shame. Right. moving on. Not on the tree. Forge? We got forge right here. And escape reflections. Door and wall. I have no memories that can be used here, which is a great shame. Yeah. Alright. This is not on there. Any memories that can go here? Horizon sight. This is persistent. I still don't know what it does. Unfortunately, I don't have enough here. It is on there. This is not. Yeah, unfortunate. This is not again. I don't have a single bird song. Oh, so we can level you with Sacrolane, a Gale, and Memory of Solace. There we go. And then maybe I can stick that on the tree. Very busy day. Anyway, let's take a look here. 15 seconds. Up. Dusk has fallen. What is this? Why is there a chained coffin sticking out of the wall? Ivory vault. How did the curia of the Isle begin? There is no evidence they began with the House of Lethe, that society of unseen immortals bound by 3 oaths. But this vault, much newer than the tunnels above, does seem to reference the oath called the Ivory Chain, which forbade commerce with the hours, except, sometimes, with the interwinter hour known as the Elgiast, or the Ivory Dove. Solomon Husher remarked that this might be considered less of an oath of rejection of the hours, and more of an oath of loyalty to the Elgiast. But Solomon, of course, vanished into the snow. So what is here? Categorized book. Is this where the Newman come from? This book houses a Newman. Yeah, they're already pre-categorized, so this must be written, read, very soon. We have all sorts of fun stuff in here. A treasure stored by a musician spy. Sealed casket. Corpolith omphalos. What is this? A tufted fossil of silken fibers, big as a child. This object houses a Newman. Okay. That was easy to miss. So there were 2 Newmans down here. A whole bunch of stuff to open. Well, I can tell that I'm going to have a lot to do tomorrow. I mean, a lot to do. But this day's over, yes? Now, one more book. One more book. Okay, but before that we're going to get leaving and not working. See if we can shove this on the tree. I'm just going to continue to just shove it wherever it can possibly go. Not paying any attention to anything. This doesn't go anywhere, eh? It's okay. I will level it still farther. Nope. Alright, that's good. And over here, we have a journey to the Grove. Black Ellie, who much later became Damascene matriarch of the Sisterhood of the Knot, recounts her journey to the Grove of Green Immortals. In the Grove, Ellie meets with an entity identified as 3 Faces, 9 Colors, who may have become her lover. 3 Faces is the name of the Applebright, the nowhere hour of youth, healing, and mutation. It offers Ellie a form of eternal youth to take back west with her, which she rejects for certain reasons. She has promised, however, to renew her acquaintance in the season when the Applebright is the witch. Not from sentiment, rather grandly, to ensure the continuity of histories. Alright, we have that. The nowhere hours are not to be trusted. Orchids and narcotics. Well, we have many. We have 6 lessons to dispose of tomorrow. And we have Newmans to collect. Only we can't do this one because it's written in Kilashami. This has to be placed somewhere important. We must learn how to read Kilashami. This doesn't have enough contrast. There we go. That's the Newman book right there. But this one we can read. We will read this at the first opportunity. And that opportunity will come soon. This was a good day as well. Got a lot done today. One more dead end. Daybreak is here. I probably should have saved a memory. I didn't do that. I'm certainly just going to... Well, no. I'm not going to do anything, because I am going to call it here. We are almost through with this house. Well, 1 or 2 more play sessions. Maybe 3, and we're through it. And we've hit what was called the biggest secret down here. Shrine to Saint Tentrito. There's a lot of ways you could pronounce that name. They're probably all wrong, right? Open air. Birds in season can freely visit these places. I wonder if this means something. I mean, okay. I know full well that it means something. However, I do not know what it means. Alright. Solar Gothic period is all up there. It's all baronial. It's all open air. This is still baronial. Why isn't it flashing now? No. Curia. What are you? Why baronial? I really am enjoying all of this. Open air. Alright, well, next time we continue to dig. Looks like 15 is as high as it goes. What do we think is going to be here? It's another church, isn't it? Oh yeah, just look at the shades. It's another church. So this belongs to the Curia period, I guess? No, the Dawn period. It's going to be another creepy thing. Alright, so I have a lot to do. I have to review the things I can mash together, because I'm pretty sure I can mash together Wist, maybe Metal, not Arab, which is a real shame. I must have played that completely wrong, because I could get Arab plus, which I'm pretty sure will be required at some point. Oh, don't forget this guy. Do this guy right now. And this is what you call summer? Pathetic. Don't make me stand around out here. There's an Insignia card. does not care about that. I almost forgot about this guy. Alright, we're gonna see what he wants. Give or take. Let's see what he's got. A visitor or soul element with this aspect can be placed in a guest bed for a while. Alright. I can identify my visitor's interest to satisfy them with the appropriate book. Alternately, if they know it. Interested in Grail and interested in Forge. I probably shouldn't give him his own book, right? He's a huge Forge monster. Carmine Petal, unexpurgated. Alright. Wait, this is written in VAC. He doesn't know VAC. So it's not. This is in VAC. He doesn't know VAC. This is in VAC. He doesn't know VAC. Don't mess him up. I'm not giving him the Newman book, even though I feel like that would probably make him... Why have I already read this? I've already read this. Why is this here? What is this misclassification? Who is the librarian here? The Burning Woman, which is in Phrygian? He knows that. Alright, I lied. I'm going to play just a little bit longer. My visitor has questions about matters of shaping and change. I'm going to give him this. This is bigger. If I give him this, he doesn't read Sabazine. This, he doesn't care. This is a big Grail book. There you go. Read that. And I lied. I'm going to play just a little bit longer. I want to see what he does. And so we're just going to start this day off like we always start off days. And our last act will be just waiting to see who shows up. I'm not even going to look, because I'm going to go, I'm just going to see what he does, and that's going to be it. That's where I'm going to leave it. One more turn. One more turn. Alright. How visceral. You satisfy the visitor and earn a reward, but the more they learn, the harder it will be satisfied in the future. I mean, I'm not sure the game's going to last that long. He gave me a really cheap tip. Like, that's really cheap. I don't have much money at all. Alright. Well, I don't like that guy. Anyway, I'm gonna call it. Next time, we're opening up this church. That's the big goal. And then trying to get down here, I guess. And I imagine there's many of these alignments from the tree that just cannot ever be exercised, which hard caps how your skills can grow. So I guess if I do another run through, I have to pay extra special attention to that. But when I really need our Newman. Alright, so save and quit. And then I will play again more next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.